Cześć, this is LiteFinance Global YouTube channel. It's my pleasure to be with you again. Fireworks, as you can see here, the same we do have when it comes to the market. And it doesn't matter if it's a stock market, it's a crypto market, it's a currency market. Plenty of fireworks, high inflation, central banks raising the rates. So it's good to have, especially when it comes to the crypto, it's good to have 1, 2 or 3 good strategies to try to trade the Bitcoin actively, both sides, either long or short. So that's what we are going to try to discuss today. So without a further delay, let's check these strategies, let's discuss these strategies. Here we go. Okay, so as I mentioned, we are going to discuss Bitcoin strategies. We are going to start with, I wouldn't say easiest, but one of the simple, right? Swing trading. Of course, you are going to find plenty of information around about the basic swing trading, but it's very, very tough to find the information when it comes to some hints and tricks and stuff like this. So it's very, very hard to try to find some more advanced stuff when it comes to the crypto market. So overall, when we are talking about the crypto market, when we are talking about the currency market, when we are going to talk about in the near future stock market, when it comes to the swing trading, right? The easiest way to try to explain the swing, right, is like this. We are having higher highs, and then the next candle, ideal one, is going to be like this when we have the move to the downside, and especially when the size of the third candle, let's point this out. This is a falling candle, right? This is the rising, this is the higher high, and this is the falling. So that's the swing. That's the swing high, right? That's the swing high creation. That's the most typical swing high. Now, there are some delay reaction when it comes to the swing high. What I mean by that, that's the first hint. Very often you are going to have the high following by higher high, all right, some creation of the swing high, but then instead of this real, the best example you are going to look for, we might get gap down and strong move to the downside. All right, that could be the case. Okay, in that particular example, you are going to look for retest of that swing, so it's gonna be delayed and then move eventually into the downside. Of course, if you are going to overlook, if you are going to make the overtrade as usual, it's not gonna work your way, right? You have to do your own homework, you have to do your own research, plenty of tests. Okay, and the third example is when we have some kind of the high creation, right? Then the market immediately, like this, for example, right? Then the market immediately is going down. It's not the typical swing high over here, and so that's the resistance, right? After some time, okay, market is retesting that one, this high, okay, creating the upper shadow, closing below, immediately falling down, right, and again after some time retesting that high. So that's the point number 3, and it's going to work the same. It's going to work the same when we are talking about the move to the downside. All right, we creating the low, then we moved higher, okay, then we are testing this high, creating new high, new low in that case, right, following by rise. So then we are with the delay retesting that low and moving eventually higher. That's number one. Typical swing low is going to look like this. And followed by ideal retest and moving higher in that case. That's the rising candle. Those two were the falling candles, right? And finally, low, lower low, gap up. So after some time we are feeling this one, and then finally business is done and we can rise. So with that being said, let's try to find a few of these examples on the chart, on the Bitcoin chart. As you can see, it could be why it's going to work on many markets, right? But it's going to work at the best. As I mentioned, it's not ideal, fulfill this one, but that's what I mean by this stuff, right? Like this over here, okay? It was filled later on. What else? Let me show you more examples like this. There you go. As you can see over here, the delay, high, higher high, immediately move down and retest, all right, and follow down. The clear swing high, over here, and what has happened after, right? And many of these things happening on the chart, right? Of course, it's not gonna work 100% of the time, so you have to have your proper money management in place, right? Let's switch a little bit lower. Let's switch to the 1 hour chart, and let's have a look if we have something similar on the 1 hour chart, intraday chart. So that's the delay fill, right? So that's what I meant when being explained. The second strategy is also very useful, and it's based on consolidation periods. All right, it's based on the consolidation periods. So in case of the move higher or move lower, we are trying to find the consolidation periods, and we are trying to trade based on the boxes, right? We are trying to trade based on the boxes. In that case, the most difficult situation is when we are ranging, when we do have a ranging market. But let's say market was going down, then market was trying to consolidate, right? Market is trying to go higher, failing here, all right, failing here and going immediately lower. So the mid of that consolidation right now is gonna be our entry point. Very similar situation when we are going higher, when we are trying to consolidate, market is trying to go lower, failing, all right, and going immediately higher. So this pattern we want to see, then the pullback into 50% of that consolidation and move higher. So let's have a look if we can find something like this on a Bitcoin chart. Okay, in that case, well, let's draw few boxes here and there, and that's what we are going to look for. So there was a consolidation, market was trying to go higher, failure, strong move to the downside, retest of 50% and strong move to the downside, all right? What next, where we can find something similar? Well, market was trying to go to the downside after the rally, right? So that was the consolidation, feel of that consolidation, and lower week trying to go higher. Again, guys, you have to do it by yourself. You have to test it. You have to try if it's suitable for yourself. You have to answer yourself the question what kind of the trader you are. So don't try to over trade because you are gonna be on a losing position in a long run. Make hundreds of tests. Please like, subscribe, leave the comment, leave the question below. It was my pleasure to be with you here today. Wish you a great next trading session and see you around. Take care and goodbye.